In the heart of the lush, magical forest called Green Shade lived animals of all sizes: shouting wolves, wise owls, proud stags, and singing frogs. And among them all lived Milo, a tiny gray mouse with bright eyes and a big heart. Milo wasn't the fastest, or the strongest, or the loudest. In fact, most animals barely noticed him. He lived in a cozy burrow under a tree root, collected seeds, and dreamed of adventure. Every evening, he'd watch the sunset and whisper, "One day, I'll do something big, even if I'm small." One dry summer, something changed in Green Shade. The birds stopped singing, the trees began to wilt, and worst of all, a dark smoke was spotted rising beyond the hills. A fire. The forest panicked. The deer ran. The birds flew far. The foxes packed and fled. The forest council, made up of the oldest animals, Elder Owl, Grandmother Tortoise, and Chief Bear, called a meeting. "This fire will reach us in days," Elder Owl warned. "We must leave." "But what about our homes?" cried the squirrels. "Our nests," wept the birds. Chief Bear growled, "We must survive, even if it means abandoning Green Shade." And just like that, the forest began to empty, all except Milo. Milo looked around his empty home. It felt wrong. "Someone should stay and protect the forest," he said aloud. "But who?" said a squirrel, packing his last bag. Milo puffed his chest. "I will." The squirrel blinked. "You? A mouse?" Milo nodded. "Just because I'm small doesn't mean I can't do something big." He gathered his things: an acorn cup, a leaf hat, and his tiny map of the forest, and he ran toward the smoke. As Milo neared the edge of Green Shade, the sky turned orange, and hot winds blew ash into his whiskers. He wrapped his nose with a petal mask and crawled low through the grass. He passed crying flowers, cracking bark, and frightened bugs. Then he saw it, a group of humans cutting trees and setting small controlled fires. "They're clearing land," Milo realized, "for roads or farms. But how could a tiny mouse stop them?" He crept closer and listened. He overheard one human say, "We'll finish the east side by morning." Milo's heart raced. The east side was home to the ancient oak, the tree that held the heart of the forest. If it burned, Green Shade would die. He had to act, fast. Milo ran back through the night. He squeaked at every animal he could find. "The fire is coming for the ancient oak." But no one listened. "You're too small to know," said a deer. "What can one mouse do?" said a raccoon. Milo sat by the moon pond and cried. Then the wind shifted, the water rippled, and the spirit of the forest appeared, a glowing, gentle figure, shaped like a doe, made of light and leaves. "You have courage, little one," the spirit said. "And that is enough." She placed her nose to his head. A glowing green mark appeared on Milo's fur. "Now go. The trees will help you." With the spirit's blessing, Milo hurried back this time. The plants bent to his path, and animals listened. He rallied the ants to dig tunnels under the human camps. He asked the bees to buzz near the workers, causing distraction. The birds returned to scatter seeds on equipment. Even the shy badgers joined, pushing logs into the fire line to stop the spread. And Milo? He crept into the human supply tent and chewed through wires, ropes, and matches. By dawn, chaos bloomed among the workers. Their tools were scattered, tents collapsed, and smoke had shifted away from the ancient oak. When the humans saw the broken tools, ant bites, and buzzing swarms, they decided it wasn't worth the effort. "We'll leave this part alone," one grumbled. "Too much trouble." And just like that, they packed up and left. The fire, without more fuel and wind, faded, and the ancient oak stood tall, safe, alive. Milo sat under it, soot-covered, tired, and smiling. He had done it. Word spread quickly. The fire was stopped. The humans had left, and all because of Milo. The animals returned. Squirrels cheered. Frogs sang. Birds flew in spirals. The forest council bowed to him. Chief Bear spoke loudly. Sometimes, the smallest hearts carry the biggest bravery. They crowned Milo the guardian of Greenshade, and carved his name into the ancient oak. Milo, the brave who saved the forest. Years later, young animals would gather around the moon pond and listen to the story of the mouse who never gave up. They touched the glowing green mark carved into the tree and whisper, "One small act can change the world." Milo, now old, would smile from his burrow. He didn't need fame. He had his forest, his home, and his truth. Even the tiniest creature can be the mightiest hero. Moral of the story: never underestimate yourself. Courage doesn't come from size, it comes from heart. And kindness, teamwork, and belief can protect even the wildest dreams.